And now it's time for Ask Roz and Mocha.
All right, here we go. Episode 514 of the podcast. Let's get straight to it. Hello, Steph. Welcome to the Roz and Mocha Show. How are you today?
I'm great, thanks. And you?
Good. Thank you very much for taking time to join us on the podcast. What is your question?
So my question for you guys is, do you have any Christmas Eve traditions with your kids?
Oh, do you, first of all, before we answer?
Well, I actually don't have kids, but I remember growing up that Christmas Eve was almost more exciting than Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
So I just wanted to ask you guys that.
Growing up, I think you got like one gift, right, to open, and and it was always pajamas to go to bed in.
Oh,
you know,
sure.
You know what I
That's
mean,
nice,
right?
yeah.
Like you always got one gift to do growing up, to do that. Definitely sort of like food. We usually play games and watch a movie, but I'm telling you, like I flirted with the idea over the years of moving Christmas dinner to Christmas Eve.
Oh, that's nice. You know, I actually know families, or a family. This girl that I went to high school with, her family does Christmas dinner on Christmas Eve, and then they wait till midnight. And then they open gifts right at midnight.
I think if you have kids, I think kids wait for the morning. That morning time is magical for kids. But I've wondered about that. And I was watching National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation the other night, and they did their Christmas dinner on Christmas Eve. Right?
Nice.
It was when they cut into that turkey, and it was like so dried out. That was Christmas Eve, and I've known other people like you who do the big dinner on Christmas Eve, because to me, I'm just like, it would be so glorious to wake up in the morning on Christmas Day, have like a big brunch or something like that, and then just kick it all day in pajamas and not have to do all that work, because the morning is exhausting enough. Oh, yeah. And then having to do the meal after that.
Or not just that, but for the people who are spending the day, and we've done this as well, driving around. You're driving to two different family homes, or to a family home on Christmas Day and then somebody else on Boxing Day. Yeah. Right? We've all done it.
Yeah.
In our house, Cruz is 5.5 now. Super into Christmas. The only tradition, because he still goes to bed early, is on Christmas Eve. He knows, like, he sets out all the cookies for Santa. He pours a glass of milk for Santa. He leaves a little note. He leaves carrots and cucumber for the reindeer as well. And then he hops into bed, and we read a Christmas story, one of many that we have in the home. Jenna, Cruz, and I.
You don't do the traditional the night before Christmas?
No. He's got like a bunch of other books that he likes. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Maybe this year we'll do that one.
Yeah.
But we read stories together, and then he goes to bed, and then up early in the morning, and he goes down halfway down the steps, peeks, and then runs back in our room, wakes us up. So the tradition right now is just he is the one that's in charge of the veggies for the reindeer, and then the cookies and milk.
What do you and Jenna do after he goes to bed? Do you like stay up and drink, or do you guys just to bed early?
No, we prep for the next day, because we do the meal as well.
Yeah.
So it's doing that. I'll stay up, I'll have a drink.
Yeah.
But we try to get to bed at a decent time.
Right.
Or sometimes Jenna and I will seclude ourselves separate in other rooms to finish wrapping the gifts that we have for each other.
I know, last minute stuff. I'm the king of that. I'm always last minute crap on New Year's Eve. Damn it, Maury, you've started doing Christmas at what age?
I've done Christmas for a long time with my dad and stuff, but ever since with Matthew and stuff, Christmas is even more special. So Christmas Eve, we go and get his mom. She comes over. We do Swiss Chalet Festive Special every year.
See, there you go, right?
Nice.
Tradition.
Love it.
Yeah.
Tradition.
Yeah.
And then Christmas Day is at my dad's, or we have the meal, and then it never fails. We'll put on Christmas Vacation. My dad falls asleep with his head on Matthew's shoulder.
Right. Oh, that's
Which
sweet.
to me is the best.
Yeah. Shem?
We used to go to New York a lot when I was younger. So the majority of my mom's family live in New York, and we used to go and celebrate like 50 people and all sort of do dinner and breakfast in there.
But what was the big Christmas Eve plan?
Nothing.
Was there a tradition for Christmas Eve? No.
Honestly, my family almost never do anything on Christmas Eve.
Really?
Everything is Christmas Day. We do the breakfast in the morning and then dinner at night. Yeah.
Wow. I remember my whole life, my mom always used to try and get us to have breakfast before presents.
Oh, yeah. No way. That never happens.
It's never going to happen.
Never.
No, never.
Would you call it a tradition? I every year Christmas Eve I spend loading up the car with presents. Like to me, that's kind of one of my favorite things to do is when I carry everything down to the garage.
Right.
For the drive out to Burlington.
Wow,
when the next day? What do you
we
mean?
drive for Christmas Day. We'll go to Burlington.
But when
So
do you when do you put the Christmas presents in the car?
Christmas Eve night.
Oh,
risky, bro.
Bro.
Yo, how have you not got robbed yet?
Maury, enough people know where
there's cameras.
Oh,
Even still, yeah, there may be cameras, but guess what? There's gonna be no presents.
Dude, man, that is risky, risky behavior.
The other tradition, I guess, would be Christmas. No, Christmas Eve. Oh, Christmas Eve tradition.
Yeah.
Is, and I don't know if it's much of a tradition. It just so happens that you mentioned Roz last minute, right?
Yeah.
Is my dad is in the kitchen like up until late baking bread. He makes bread. The only time he really makes bread, homemade bread, is Christmas Eve for the pepper pot that we have the following
Must
day.
smell wonderful.
Oh, it's
What
amazing.
What time? So, what is dinner at your house then? Christmas dinner.
Christmas dinner?
Yeah.
We'll start at like 4 or 5 o'clock.
But what is it though?
Oh, it's a mix. There'll be pepper pot, there will be turkey, there will
Okay,
be
so,
chicken,
yeah, okay.
and all sorts of fixins, all the sides.
Okay.
Every side you can imagine.
So you do a mix of like Guyanese plus regular, like
White people?
traditional white people Christmas.
Yeah, big time.
I want to try pepper pot.
Yeah.
It is. It's the best.
Is
it
it?
really is so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, and NBA basketball, by the way, for me.
Oh, yeah.
Also
Because
on
usually
Christmas Day.
on Christmas Day, they have like 3 big games.
Yeah.
Well,
right?
well, this year's crazy because Christmas Eve and Christmas Day are Saturday and Sunday, and the NFL doesn't stop for Christmas.
They're doing.
They don't pause their schedule for Christmas.
Really?
Right?
That's crazy.
No, the NFL is played Saturday and Sunday, and they do not pause.
What about the players' families?
Nope. You play. There's 3 games. I think 3 games on Christmas Eve and 3 games on Christmas Day.
No, there's more than that. There's
Is there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games
Oh my
on Christmas
God.
Eve.
On Christmas Eve,
and
okay.
3 on Christmas Day.
Sorry, 3.
Wow.
Three on Christmas
That's a
Day,
lot.
and all the NBA, which are always like the big marquee
So if
games,
you're a
right?
sports fan,
Yeah, dude. Like Christmas Day is jammed this year.
it literally is like Christmas
Like
Day.
it's rare. Like it really is. But it's rare. You get 3 football games and all the NBA on Christmas Day. Like it's a lot.
Hey, Steph, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, whatever it is you're celebrating. Much love
you guys.
to you and your family. Thank you for listening to the Roz Mocha Show and being a part of our family. Before we let you go, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
I knew that you were going to ask this. So I've been listening for years now, and you guys are like a part of my every single day. I love you both. I love you all. But that being said, hands down, pants down, Roz.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Bro,
I'll take
you
that
looked
win.
a little.
I was so worried.
little
I was already reading my
suspect.
phone.
You should have seen the look on his face just now, Steph.
Thank you, guys.
Have a great day.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Ish says, what would Mocha's holiday nickname be? Peppermint Mocha or Sweet Mocha Latte?
Oh, okay. Say that again. Read again.
If I had a holiday nickname,
Yes.
if it would be Peppermint Mocha or Sweet Mocha Latte.
I think peppermint mocha is more festive.
Yeah, I think I
Yeah,
tend
same.
to agree with that. Yeah,
Same.
yeah,
That's what I'm going with.
Yeah.
Christy says here, if you could teleport anywhere, but for every hour drive it took, it would take 1 minute off of your life, would you use it? If so, where would you teleport to? How often do you think you would use it? And how much total time do you think would be taken off your life in the end? For example, you could teleport to Florida, but since it's a 24-hour drive from where you live, it would take 24 minutes off of your life.
And then back again too, huh?
Yeah. I ain't doing it.
You wouldn't?
I'm not doing any of that. No.
I think I would maybe do it once.
I would.
Like how often?
I don't think often, but I would.
Would you?
Absolutely.
I don't know.
I would do it
Yeah,
once, like
yeah.
to like maybe London and back.
Yeah, I would. Really? Yeah.
But how long? Have you figured out how long the drive? I mean, you can't drive to London unless you mean London, Ontario.
Well, you could put your boat on or your car on a boat and then continue the drive on the other side, right?
Well, I mean, that would be a long drive. Like, okay, hold on here. I wonder if somebody could.
How long would it take to drive to London, England?
Hold on.
Canada?
How
I have the
long
that doesn't
to drive from, let's say New York, okay?
Okay.
Because somebody will have answered it. If you went by car, the distance between New York City and London is 860 kilometers. Whew. If you ride your car with an average speed of 112 kilometers an hour, travel time would be 7 hours and 41 minutes.
Wow. That's it?
No, it has to be way longer than that.
That doesn't seem right. New York to London is 8 hours? No.
Isn't the flight longer than that or about that?
The flight's like 5 hours.
No, it's longer than that.
I thought a flight.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry. Yeah.
I thought a flight is like 8 hours.
No, it's not. It's not 8. It's like because the thing I hate about going to the UK is that it's a longer flight on the way home than it is on the way there. It's opposite when you go to Los Angeles because of headwind, tailwind, right?
Yeah.
So going to Los Angeles, it's a longer flight on the way
back.
there, on the way back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where would you go?
Hold on here. Where would I go? See, because I would have to have this conversation, with Catherine. I'm like, if there was somewhere that I really wanted to go, right? Like imagine this, okay? Like not now, okay? Like, but imagine if I'm sick and I don't have much time left. Right?
Oh, sure, I get that.
And I tell Catherine, you know what I want to do right now? I want to be in Mexico right now. Now, it's going to take 35 minutes off my life, right? She would be like 100% do it because what's 35 minutes at that point?
If
now,
you already know.
If I was the age I am now, just willy-nilly chopping, minutes off my life. Like Catherine's like, hey, where you going? I'm like, I just got stuff I got to do today, but I bugger off for the afternoon in Australia. And I don't tell her.
Yeah, no, you can't do that.
I think that that's a little bit cruel, but you know what? I probably still would.
Maybe
it would be so difficult to not.
Maybe to one destination, but I think it would definitely be, at least in our house, a conversation between Jenna and I, right? Yeah. I would say, here is the scenario. Like, am I allowed to teleport with her?
No. Yeah, but it would take time off her life too.
Well, I think if it were a group discussion.
Yeah.
Right? Then maybe once. But I'm not risking it to do it more than once.
I changed my. I would now go to Portugal to get cheese.
You would use that to go and get cheese?
I would go to the Azores to get some fresh cheese.
Really, huh?
But there's so many local spots out here.
Yeah, it's not as fresh. Like if I went to San Miguel or one of the islands that makes the best cheese or whatever, St. George, and get it right from the St. George cheese factory.
Yes, okay.
Nothing would beat that.
How about you, Shem? Would you partake in any of this?
Doing this? No way.
No
way. Not worth it at all.
Really?
No, there's no way that I want to go.
Like one place in the entire world.
Can I tell you? You know what I would do? Honestly, I would do it for short distance places.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like
from work to home, or from home to like the mall.
Yes,
right. To avoid traffic.
But you'd lose time of your life.
It's an hour drive. That's a minute.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I guess.
Hell yeah. That's exactly how I would use it.
5 trips is 5 minutes off your
You bring
life.
up a great point.
That's exactly.
Guess what,
weekend
guys?
holiday traffic.
I'm teleporting everywhere.
Yes.
So my life.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Like I wouldn't go to Australia. I wouldn't go to Mexico. You know what I would do is my life would be so much better because I wouldn't have to drive anywhere.
Yeah.
I would literally use like 0.5 of a minute going somewhere like to the mall.
Yeah. Oh, long weekends when you're trying to get up to the cottage?
Yes.
Yeah, facts.
See ya.
Chris says here, how much will Mocha reduce Roz's wedding gift after Roz announced that the open bar will switch to a cash bar after Roz leaves his own wedding early?
Does that affect anybody's gift plans for me?
Nah, it won't affect.
No?
Nah.
I don't even want gifts, to be honest with you. You know that?
Okay.
You don't even know if you're invited, Maury.
Yeah, you don't even know yet, More. Right?
Is there a date that, much like when we had to find out whether or not Maury made it into the book, is there a date? Do you have a date set in your mind?
Interesting. As far as when I'm going to tell Maury? Yeah, that's interesting. I don't have that date yet.
Okay.
But I will. I will.
So Maury, you got to work your way to Roz.
Hold on, but you got to give me more, like a couple of days to at least, make sure I can still fit into my suit.
I'm just
what are
buying
you
a
talking
suit.
about? More, you think I'm not going to give you? That's a you problem. That's not a me
but
problem.
I'm like everyone else will know. I'd like to at least, because you're going to mail out save the date, so people
Am
get
I?
to say. Are you?
No, I told everybody privately.
Such a jerk.
Yeah, don't worry. I already got that weekend blocked off. I know when it is.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't want to go.
That's fine. That's
No, but
fine.
I really do.
Cool.
No, I really do.
Oh.
Avery said here in a previous podcast, Roz said if he gets invited to a wedding, you're going to get a $15 gift card to Foot Locker from him. I'm wondering what Roz is going to buy when he gets a $15 gift card Foot Locker at his own wedding. Yeah, you got to watch what you say, huh?
I know.
You're going to get a lot of Foot Locker gift cards.
Comes back.
I know. Yeah, and don't get me wrong. Like, I do feel bad inviting people to my wedding. Like,
Why?
I really do, because I don't like weddings.
Yeah.
Right. I don't enjoy them, and so I
For
really
years
feel
on the
bad.
show, you've just talked so much trash about it.
I know. So I really
weddings.
do feel bad. I really feel bad at making people leave the house and have to come to a wedding, because it's just probably the worst day ever.
Did you guys ever, like, real talk, did you guys ever have a discussion into maybe doing a small, just you, Catherine, Roxy, maybe your mom and her husband?
No.
Your brother?
No.
No?
No.
And Catherine's family from out west?
No, because I think that, I think that people do those things either when like kids are sort of grown and everything.
Yeah.
But I think for Catherine, it needs to be like, it needs to feel like a wedding.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And she doesn't want a big wedding at all.
Sure.
Like it'll be really small. The place we're doing it is like way too big for the amount of people that we're going to have in it. It's probably going to cost me an arm and a leg. But
You should
no,
open it up to fans.
bro, this is why I'm so
Right? Yo,
so terrified.
Wild night at the wedding, I'm telling you.
Yes.
You saw what we did at the bookstore for the book signing.
I'm telling you right now, that is the one thing we do talk about all the time.
Oh, what if word gets out?
Like, yeah, just like, because you wedding crashers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a reason for it too. Yeah, where I'm nervous. But we already talked like security and like all this stuff. Oh yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You're worried about like exes showing up?
No. Fans. Like I'm worried because it's the type. Like I can't say anything.
No,
else.
yeah. Don't worry.
I can't
don't
say
worry.
anything else. But it's the type of thing where there is reason to believe that it could happen.
Yeah, of course.
Right? Yes, and because
Don't
I
say
don't
anything
know
else.
anybody, right? Like I don't know who Catherine's inviting, right? Like it could be like somebody from her agency. I've never met them.
Totally.
Right, but it could also be a fan.
Yeah.
I
You have
just
no
I
idea.
just stand at the bar and talk to them. Right, like they're an invited guest.
And they live stream the whole thing.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Doing TikTok dances at my wedding. That's another thing. No TikTok at my wedding.
You got to treat it like a
What do you
Diddy
mean?
party, man.
What do you mean?
What? No TikTok?
No social media at my wedding.
You got to treat your wedding like a Diddy party. Make people, take away their phones.
Yes, I'm going to.
Yeah.
Don't you worry.
Honestly.
You know when you go to a Kevin Hart show and they got to put the phone in the little sack?
Yes, in the little bag.
Yes.
You're going to have to do that.
Absolutely.
Let's go back to the phones real quick. Hello, Melissa. It's Roz Mocha. How are you?
Hey, Mocha. I'm good.
What's going on? Where you at right now? You at work?
No, at home.
okay.
I'm in Vancouver, so it's 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, all right. Well, shout out to Vancouver. Melissa, what is your question for everybody?
If you could have one extravagant room in your house, like a bowling alley, an arcade, a movie theater, what would it be?
You've obviously given this some thought. What's your answer?
It would have to be an arcade. I grew up going to the arcade. I would have the prizes, the tickets, everything.
Oh, an arcade. Yeah.
I mean, movie theater, that's pretty bomb. I like that idea. Okay, don't laugh, guys.
Yeah.
But because you guys know, like, I'm like such a big fan of The Rock and stuff, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about like having like a shrine, right?
Yeah.
But I would want like a gym in my home the size of like what The Rock has access to. The kind of gym that he has like built for him when he travels and he's filming movies for like 2-3 months at a time. It's like it's basically like having a good life at your fingertips, right?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say a wrestling ring.
Oh, okay. Yo, okay, game changer. Game changer.
Okay.
So maybe half of it is a gym, and then the other half is where the wrestling ring is going to go. That's a good one.
Oh,
That's a really,
my
really
God.
good one.
Yep. I'm not a big fan of like movie theaters in homes. I don't like sitting in the total dark watching stuff.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not a fan of it. So I don't really need like a gym. I think that if I could like have one luxurious room in the house, first of all, the thing I hate about my house and most people's houses is I hate when everything became open concept. Right.
Oh.
I want kitchens should be closed off, right? Kitchens shouldn't be in your living room, right? I would love if I had a separate closed off pro kitchen.
There you go.
With like the oven I want, the cooktop I want, the fridges I would want, and all the sort of tools and everything else in a pro kitchen. Like
and all the space.
And all the space that's closed off from the rest of the house.
Sure.
I would like to just go in there and cook.
There you go.
That's what I would like.
Damn it, Maury.
I would love to have one of those walls that look like a bookshelf, but it's like a secret door. And then you go in. And
secret passage, yes.
Yeah, and it's like a room where you can have tea.
Yes.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
No, I want to like surrounded by books and weirdo lighting, and where I can just go and have tea and read a book.
Right. Right.
Shem.
A wrestling ring, man.
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah, I hear you. By the way, I finally figured it out. Damn it, Maury, if you were to drive from New York to London, if they built a road going, 120 kilometers an hour?
Sure.
Right? Say straight shot, it would take you 46 hours, 25 minutes.
Sounds about right.
Damn. Wow.
Right?
Changing it to Portugal for cheese.
46 hours.
It's probably longer.
Now look up
drive.
how long it takes to drive to Portugal.
Maury, it just took me 40 minutes to find this. You do the work, man.
Thanks, Melissa. Love you lots. Have a great day.
Thanks, you too.
Oh,
Love you. Bye.
wait, before we let you go and you go back to bed, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Well, I'm so glad you asked. I was on an FML coming up 2 years ago. You guys gave me the best advice. Roz coming in with you're not going to get the closure you need. And so for the inspirational advice and his personality, Roz.
Thank you.
Right.
2 for 2 today on the podcast.
You got out of a bad relationship.
Yep.
Okay.
How'd it go?
It was great. I met my now husband, and we have a little baby.
Hey!
Hold on a second
That's
here.
amazing.
How long
Melissa.
have we been doing FML for? Wait a second. You called us because you had like a boyfriend problem, and then you split up, and now you're like married with a baby to a whole new guy now?
Yes.
Wow. That's
for
incredible. Good for us.
That's dope. How's the baby doing?
She's amazing.
Yeah. What's her name?
Lola.
And she is how old?
She is almost 2 months.
Oh, nice. Well, congratulations, girl.
Thank you very much.
All right. Sending you lots of love. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. We will end off on this question from Pineapple Pat. What is your favorite thing to do when we get a foot or more of snow?
Oh, geez.
I like getting outside with my snowblower. That's always fun.
Yeah.
Loud noise, throwing snow like 1,000 feet away.
Yep.
I like that. Dan Maury, do you have an answer?
If it's super high, I love jumping in it and seeing how high up my body it goes.
Huh?
Like if it's like no, but I'm saying if there's like a mound, like if I ever see where they shovel the parking lot or whatever, and it sort of goes to this big mound off to the side.
Yeah.
I love jumping in it.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Wrestling, man.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
Come on, how cool is that? Powerbomb somebody through it?
Yes.
Wrestling.
Yes.
Roz, you have an answer?
I mean, I don't really like the snow.
Yeah.
But I was with you when I was younger. Oh, suplexing somebody into a snowbank.
This is what I'm talking about.
There was no greater satisfaction because when you were in the schoolyard and stuff like that, like you would always have to sort of get the suplex up and then crouch and you would both sort of roll back, right? But man, when there was snow, it's like having a pool. Right, but only snow. It's like you can fall forward and screw it all up, and nobody's really going to get hurt like you would at a pool. But man, the feeling of picking up somebody and holding them up in a pro like wrestling suplex and being able to just fall directly backwards, there was no better feeling than that. I loved that.
Look at Maury's wishing that he's that person. Hoist it up, like praying for a snowfall, big massive snow.
But yeah, you're right, Shem. When we were kids, a big giant snowfall was like you couldn't wait for recess to go out and just wrestle.
Have you ever
in it.
peed in the snow? Like peed your name?
I've peed in the snow before.
You haven't written anything?
I peed in the snow the other day.
Oh, but you don't write anything?
Like what?
Your name?
I have, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you?
No.
No.
Oh.
You know what I do more than anything else, though, which might be really weird?
What?
If I'm peeing in the snow and I do decide to make it an art project, I draw a wiener.
Really?
Yeah, with my wiener.
But do you have to stop the stream to like move where you are?
No, not really. You know what I mean? I've realized I've done that more than once.
Really?
Yeah, and I think I do it because I want Catherine to secretly see it.
Oh, and has she?
Yeah, I think she has before.
And has she
No,
commented?
she doesn't comment.
Yeah.
No, it's not interesting to her.
Yeah, it's not
not
impressive.
hot.
Not
No.
impressive at all. Thank you for listening to the Roz Mocha Show podcast. We post once a week at Kiss925 on Instagram a picture that reads Ask Roz Mocha. That is where you leave your comments and your questions. Thanks very much. This has been the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10
on Kiss 92.5.
Kiss925.com.
Or download the Kiss 92.5 app.